A very good evening and a very big welcome to our first edition of UBC News Tonight on this second day of January 2022. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto and Muhammad Mugulu on sign language interpretation. We start off this news bulletin with our first headlining story this evening. Prime Minister Robin Nabanja has challenged families to plan to set targets in the new year for meaningful growth in the country. Nabanja was addressing Christians of Bukumi and Bujojo Catholic churches in Kakumiro district. Take a look.
Premier Robin Nabanja has said families need to evaluate their efforts aimed at adding value to their households.
This area here called Bujojo, Sazike Parish, we have a number of people who have really overdrunk themselves. They have taken a lot of alcohol, and I thought I needed to use the opportunity of the church to educate our people, to sensitize them, to stop the habit of, drinking, over-drinking and becoming drunkards.
Nabanja says government is working towards reducing poverty rates at household level through programs like parish development model.
The parish development model is one engine that we are going to use to help the 39% of the local population that is still under the poverty line, who are not yet in the money economy. Those the president calls Kulimire Chonka.
Nabanja also wants Ugandans to take advantage of the open economy to increase their incomes while also taking care of themselves against the Omicron COVID-19 variant virus.
And therefore, the general public is advised to work harder, to have a culture of saving as we start this year, and of course, to get vaccinated and look after themselves.
Sister Josephine Namkwaya, a Dominican nun from Namgongo, thanked President Museveni for entrusting Nabanja with a premiership duty.
Ngonza kusima President waitu tata waitu Kaguta Museveni okutuwa Honorable Nabanja ebirungi atukoleire bingi muno. Muntu wabujunanizibwa muno era ngambira ngamba nti ba Prime Minister bona singa babaganka Nabanja ensi yetu ekuyindukire.
The residents of Bujonjo in Chibijo sub-county welcomed the message from the Prime Minister, saying that it is the way to go.
Kanda yebale muno n'omuganda gwatukwatireho tukujja kutandika kuombeka atuyirukirira miliyoni 10 z'okutandikiraho.
Nasaba abantu babe n'entaye y'omaka basobole kuba ne batunga akasente bekolerere baleme kuikara omumbeere embi ne basobole kuombeka amaju baleme kuikara mu buju obutayina mugaso.
Now, 3 border riders died instantly in Kasese as they celebrated the New Year's 2022 on the Kilembe Highway. Now, the Kasese mayor, Chance Kahindo, blamed the accident on reckless riding, a habit he says is common among border riders.
The mayor, Kasese municipality, is not happy with youth engaged in reckless motorcycle riding that has often led to loss of life. This was in reaction to an accident that claimed 3 youth on Kilembe Road, Kasese municipality, during New Year's festives.
We have as parents to talk to our people, to talk to our children. I think we should go back to parenting, talk to our children, and tell them that on these roads, when they say drive at 50 kilometers per hour, try to drive at that rate. The moment you go beyond, expect something wrong to happen.
Chance Kahindo warned people against reckless riding. Kamiamba, ward councillor Israel Masereka, blamed the accident on alcoholism, saying the riders were riding under the influence of alcohol.
Because of either having drunk during the daytime, that's why accidents like this accident that has claimed one of my relative happened. It was because of liquor, not...
Issa Masereka, a boda rider, said he had just met his colleague, Mujunju Sulaiman, moments before he was informed of the sudden death.
naye jo nabade naye okuleetaawo nga ziri ssaawa 12:00 nga bamuwandiise bamuwadde ekibaluwa nga talina pikipiki abadde n'ekibaluwa ne bamuwandiika kati 12:00 awo n'agamba ati ntusika naye ku Daily Town n'agamba ati oba nannyini piki naaliwa piki ye yabadde yamuvuka bamweta Kazungu.
The in-charge Kasese Municipal Council Health Center 3, Miruambo James, where the 3 bodies were taken for a post-mortem, named the deceased as Mumbere Patrick 25, Mujungu Sulaiman 21 and Mesereka Brian 19, who has been a senior 2 student of International Window Secondary School in Mbara.
Yesterday at 8 p.m. we received 3 bodies of border boys who had been involved in a road traffic accident, and these bodies were border boys who were riding at terrific speed, trying to celebrate the 1st January anniversary, and they were involved in a road traffic accident, and 3 died at spot.
All is not well in Muduma Sub-County Mpigi district following a recent hacking of an elderly couple by one Adibayo and others still at large. Mzee Lwanga Anthony and his wife were cut severely with pangas for no clear reason and are now in critical condition. We have the story.
Mzee Anthony Lwanga of 70 years and his wife, Nyamjisha Marion of Mulube, Nalubugo village in Muduma Sub-County, Mpigi district are lucky to be alive. This is after they were hacked by a group of people that included Awan Adibayo on Christmas Eve.
Omuntu yantema omuntu Adibayo wa kukyalo kuno Nalubugo yamala okutema n'adduka n'ayingira n'abula n'anoonyezebwa okuvuola paka nakitala
nali makati nze nali makati ngenda okuwulira omuntu ng'angubye ejjambiya emabega ngenda okuwulira omusaayi nga guyise mungi nnyo ngamba bannange bantemye.
Mzee Lwanga says that the assassins have since disappeared, but police and the area leaders are searching for them. He says this has put them under more fear in case the murderers reappear again. A councillor in the area, Mugweri Ismail, cautions those involved in destabilizing communities that the long arm of the law will catch up with them.
We shall sit as a local council together with the chairman and we form bylaws, because bylaws are a very important thing. It's very important to have bylaws on the village. First of all, that man is not a born of this area. He came just this way to look for survival. One time we came and they stole a wheelbarrow for somebody. When they arrested some of his friends, he disappeared.
Area residents condemn acts of violence and hope that the culprits will be apprehended.
Kubanga ekyamazima tumaze naye emyaka egirinda mu 10 atubeera naye talina mutawaana kale ng'abavubuka abalala ng'akola emirimu gye naye ng'omwenda gunywa naye ng'amala kunyuka n'afuna ssente ng'akoze emirimu n'agenda n'anywa.
Kati tudduka mangu ku budde obwo nga tulina kutaasa ki nga tulina kutaasa mulwadde so si kukola ki abatuuze beekunga ne bagira ne bakugiraawo ne basobola okubeera nga banoonya omutemu oyo naye omutemu etusumatukako n'akola ki n'atuddukako.
The officer in charge of Bugisu police station in Mpigi, Olivia Asio, encourages communities to remain vigilant and report any suspicious person that might want to cause mayhem.
Isingiro district leaders and stakeholders have appealed to government to gazette part of Nachi Valley refugee resettlement land for an industrial park. Leaders say they can't sit back and wait for their people to continue choking on poverty as a result of them selling their agricultural products in raw form, yet they can add value to them through industrialization.
The refugee camp is one of the oldest settlements in Uganda, located in Isingiro district. Nachi Valley refugee settlement sits on 71 square miles with a total of 119,587 refugees from over 12 countries. These refugees are concentrated in areas commonly known as camps that include Base Camp, Juri, and Rubondo, which has left majority of their land vacant.
When you go to that Nakiva refugee settlement, you know that refugees live in closed communities. The houses are next to each other. The parts where the majority of the refugees are is maybe 10 square kilometers. The rest of it, this land has been left for encroachment.
To mitigate this challenge, leaders and stakeholders of Isingiro have requested government to allocate this vacant land for the development of industrial parks.
The district can still host refugees on maybe 60 square kilometers of land. And then the rest of the land can be gazetted for industrial park. And this is where the district leadership can work together with central government to bring in investors and give them this land for factories, for value addition.
The district leadership recently wrote to the Prime Minister Robina Nabanja requesting government to allocate part of Nachi Valley refugee settlement land for establishment of processing and manufacturing factories, but they are yet to receive her response.
And the feedback is still pending. She told us that before the end of this year, she would have given us the feedback.
What is factual is that if we don't get cottage industries on ground and a mother factory for the district to add value on our products, mostly matoke, the matoke produce, because we produce a lot of matoke. If we don't add value, the revenues we get out of this can never and never put Isingiro anywhere.
Upon securing the land, leaders also tasked government to go ahead and get them investors who will set up these factories. Besides adding value on matoke, some of the locals are hopeful that their other products, including milk, beef and pork, will also be exported on top of creating jobs for residents.
We had the machines that could reserve pork, would be doing well.
Land for Nachi Valley should be given to investors such that it brings also development, because we need to catch from A, to catch from B, to catch from C. So we should not be stationed in one area.
UBC News Tonight. An Assistant Commissioner to the Ministry of Works, Engineer Betty Nabosa, has advocated for development as the only way that can enhance development in the country. Nabosa was speaking at the home of the late Francis Bukenya, formerly working with the Police Mechanical Workshop, Kampala. The event was preceded by a holy mass in Kakoge Busiro Sentema Parish, Kachiri Sub-County, and speaking on behalf of the family, Cindy Jude Bukenya praised his late father for having served his country and the church well. Janya Parish priest Reverend Father Joseph Sentongo described the late Francis Bukenya as a devoted Christian who served God until the end.
Mulungi ate era afubye najja n'abaawo mu kumusabira
Musala muje kikangana buzira n'amaanyi ate nga muli basanyufu olwo munaabeera basira ne mubeera bawanguzi nga Kristo naye bwe yawangula ku Kalivaliyo.
Ligende eri kwayo eyo.
Now, religious leaders in Bugisu sub-region are demanding to meet the two contenders of the Umukuka of the Bamasaba. The men of God told the Mbale resident city commissioner, Ahmada Washaki, who is the chief mediator in the Inzuya Masaba leaders' conflicts, that meeting the two leaders of the warring factions, who include John Amram Wagabialide and Jude Mike Mudoma, who will set a good pace in the mediation.
Labour and Social Development has directed the Mbale RCC, Ahmada Washaki, to reach out religious leaders, clan leaders, the elders, district, among other leaders, to get their views and pacify the two warring factions of Inzu Yamasaba. In his third meeting with stakeholders to resolve the conflicts, the Washaki met with the Elgon Region Interreligious Council at Mbale Resort Hotel. The men of God tasked him to invite the two faction leaders if the mediation is to yield fruits.
We had a very, very fruitful meeting with the religious leaders. Religious leaders met and they found out that for them to give a way forward, they need to meet the leaders of the warring factions.
Still we feel we want to meet, because in mediation you cannot mediate people when they are not together. People should be together, you share ideas together, and you understand where people are failing.
Reverend Canon Titus Kutosi and Sheikh Ahmed Wandega, the Bugisu regional Kadi concerned, expressed about the Masaba land that has no lobbying voice for unity and development.
Until there is somebody who can speak on behalf of that. Now we are having a problem. We can't have any development in this area, and we cannot take everybody to go and speak to the head of state. We need one person who can represent us.
As Masaba land, we have lost a lot. We have missed. We don't want to continue missing. We have missed our dignity, our respect. We have missed the national cake in the government because we don't have the voice. So I think enough is enough.
The chief mediator also, Mbale RCC, Ahmed Washaki, said he is optimistic that the exercise is set to yield fruits, given the positivity of the stakeholders.
So far, we are faring well, because all categories of people we are inviting are turning up for these meetings, and the way they are deliberating shows that the problem will be solved.
All right, UBC News Tonight takes a very short break, but we'll return with business stories.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more thank you points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 thank you points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More thank you points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your thank you points, dial *141#. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Ooh. The thing goes. Twink, twink, twink. Woo.
Grab an ice-cold bottle of Pepsi Max today and drink to your bold lifestyle. Enjoy maximum taste with no sugar. Now available at a shop near you. Maximum taste, no sugar.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Introducing the all-new Roofing's TMX 500C rebars with cut and bend surfaces. Roofing's, strength of a nation.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs.
My name is Suga Morris. I'm an Airtel Money agent. I'm from Chibuli here. That's where I operate from. I won 2 million shillings. This is great, guys. Go for this. This is for real.
The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Parents, guardians, and caregivers, there's a confirmed polio outbreak in Kampala, and therefore the Ministry of Health will conduct a national house-to-house polio immunization campaign. The first round of the campaign will take place from Friday, the 14th of January to Sunday, the 16th of January 2022 in all districts of Uganda. During the national house-to-house polio immunization campaign, health workers will come to your homes and immunize all your children under 5 years of age. Please note that the national house-to-house polio immunization campaign does not replace the routine immunization. The polio vaccine is safe, effective, and free.
Parents, guardians, and caregivers, please ensure that all your children under 5 years of age are immunized against polio during the National House-to-House Immunization Campaign from Friday 14th January to Sunday 16th January 2022. The dates for the second round of the campaign will be announced in due course. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, World Health Organization, and partners.
I am one of the millions of people who have been vaccinated. And today I want to ask you to choose to be vaccinated so that we can all go back to enjoying the Uganda we all love. A country that is one of the most entrepreneurial in the world with the most friendly people. A country where we can do business with anyone at any time. A country that is free of COVID-19. So get vaccinated today in any of the verified health centers and let's bring business back to Uganda. COVID-19 vaccines are free of charge, safe, and available.
Invest in your health. Invest in Uganda. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Investment Authority.
This holiday season is all about kujienjoy, kupiga sherehe na kuget lit na kupata way more than you expected. Soon to be father. Kwenye Showmax original film Baba Twins. It's about kuget jina lako kwenye limelight in Famous. First and only on Showmax. I need to discover who I am without you. And it's about kuchotwa na drama or holding on for dear life in the telenovela Kina.
No matter what.
Form ni kupiga sherehe kiwewe na hii yote iko just a click away. Get festive, get Showmax.
Parents, guardians, and caregivers, there's a confirmed polio outbreak in Kampala, and therefore the Ministry of Health will conduct a national house-to-house polio immunization campaign. The first round of the campaign will take place from Friday, the 14th of January to Sunday, the 16th of January 2022 in all districts of Uganda. During the national house-to-house polio immunization campaign, health workers will come to your homes and immunize all your children under 5 years of age. Please note that the national house-to-house polio immunization campaign does not replace the routine immunization. The polio vaccine is safe, effective, and free.
Parents, guardians, and caregivers, please ensure that all your children under 5 years of age are immunized against polio during the National House-to-House Immunization Campaign from Friday 14th January to Sunday 16th January 2022. The dates for the second round of the campaign will be announced in due course. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, World Health Organization, and partners.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back from that break. And now into some business news this evening. The Bishop of Mpigi, West Nile Diocese, the Right Reverend Charles Collins Daku, has dedicated the 1st January as a day to give accountability for church projects. Now, the diocese launched the construction project of a 4-floor office block where Christians from 656 churches in the diocese were requested to give 1,000 shillings each. The storage office block is slated to cost 7.8 billion Uganda shillings.
West Nile Diocese has resolved to give accountability to Christians who donated to the diocese project, a house construction project. The Bishop of Mpigi and West Nile Diocese, the Right Reverend Charles Collins Daku, scheduled 1st January 2022 for construction committee of the diocese to give accountability to the public for the 7.8 billion office construction project.
We are here to give accountability for the resources we entrusted to the church. We remember giving books to all the churches that give us only 1,000 shillings. And this money was collected, others were not collected, they will be collected, but I want to stand to testify that work has started.
However, it was not the Anglican community only who supported the project, but also the Catholic and Muslim communities in West Nile who deserve to know how their contributions were used.
All friends of the diocese, even other religious groups, the Roman Catholic, the Pentecostals and the Muslims, they have been behind this project since we started it in 2020. Can we give a mighty hand clap to God for this?
Arua City Mayor Wadri Sam and Resident City Commissioner of Arua City Alisa Kello lauded the bishop for being an inspiration to West Nile.
Our bishop is a very huge inspiration to the entire West Nile region. Not only to the Anglican community, but to all the citizens here and beyond. I pledge that as local government, we are going to give all our support to what it needs.
There are benefits of giving as regards tithe. One, the Lord is going to protect your wealth.
By the end of 2021, Christians contributed about 381 million. That money has been used to start the foundation work, which has not been enough, leading to borrowings.
When you look at all these certificates payments, vis-a-vis the amount of money we have, I can openly say we're already in debt. We won't get tired, and we'll never give up.
The visiting Bishop of Liwolo Diocese in South Sudan, the Right Reverend Joseph Abba, noted that the project will make the diocese self-reliant.
There is nothing that can excite you in Mpigi and the West Nile Diocese now. But I know you are not proud if the Diocese of Mpigi and the West Nile Diocese is a beggar.
All right, our first edition of UBC News Tonight comes to an end, but do join us at 10 o'clock for our second edition. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto and Muhammad Mugalu in Sign Language. We will see you at 10.
The family of Mr. Chibedi Ismail of Kaabuma village, Wakiso district, announces the disappearance of their daughter Habiba Nakasua, a 16-year-old senior 1 student of Green Stars High School, Entebbe. Habiba Nakasua was sent to a nearby shop to buy groceries on 15th December 2021 and has not returned yet. The family appeals to whoever has seen Habiba Nakasua to contact the parents on 0772 896 265 or 0701 896 265 or report to the nearest police station. A big reward awaits.